The safety of the people shall be the highest law, meaning for any governments, rulers, leaders, and politics in the world, it should not be anything about the growth, progress, learning, exploitation of purposes and people's weaknesses, shortcomings, deficiencies, insecurities, but all types of governments, leaderships, rulers, authorities in the world that we vote and support and elect into power should and must always concern themselves with obviously our security, equality, justice, freedom, liberty, fairness, and human rights all the time in all of our actions, successes, endeavors, ventures, ambitions in our lives. We have to have the kind of freedom, equality, justice, fairness, human rights of expression, speech that we need and that we also deserve absolutely in our lives as human beings, as free men and women, as obviously humanity, and also because of our support and vote for certain leaders and politicians and governments in the world that now in power, that now are ruling us. They also had to concern themselves with providing us with basically not just our absolute security in everything, our individual rights, personality, liberty, education, violence from mobs and the law, but also with simultaneously justice, equality, freedom, liberty, fairness, human rights, and other virtues all the time in our lives, because these are absolute needs and necessities and fundamentals for our overall societal and collective harmony, growth, unity, progress, learning, development, ambition, all the time. And without these rights and expressions, we are going to be stripped of everything. We do not have anything if we do not have freedom, because nothing ultimately exists without freedom. There is nothing that exists divorced, removed, isolated from the presence of freedom. Now, happiness, hope, truth are secondary virtues, but obviously freedom is the greatest and the most important virtue in the world that makes the existence of other things possible, alongside gratitude. But first, everything exists because of freedom. Without freedom, nothing exists. Divorced, removed from freedom, nothing could have ever existed and obviously into being. So gratitude is also secondary, because when we exist, we can be grateful, humble, grounded, modest, moderate, virtuous, etc. But if we cannot exist, if we don't even come into existence because of absence of freedom, then nothing is going to follow later words anyways. So freedom is the one virtue that makes all life and existence is possible in the world, and that is external freedom, political freedom as well, and not just our own inward freedom.